the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
And with the cleanup, Lacey, now we have added the heat. I mean, it's insult to injury for so many folks.
So hot, and so many folks are having to work out in this heat more than usual. So many folks, it's their job every single year. They know how to prepare for it. It's the folks that, hey, this may sneak up on you, and you've got to use common sense, and common sense goes a long way in the big time heat. Stay hydrated, stay cool. This is video from yesterday afternoon. This is Indiana, south of Indianapolis. This is near the Greenwood area. Watch this tornado. This is a apartment complex. Comes through, rips the roofs off of these apartment buildings. Thankfully, these were still being built, so most of them were unoccupied. We did have a few injuries, I'm told, from this apartment complex, but no fatalities. And look how high the huge chunks of debris are being lifted and chunked into the air. So tornadoes, of course, we know how dangerous they are, but I just want to put the heat into perspective for you. Look at this graphic. On average, across the United States, over the past 30 years, we have lost more folks to heat than any other weather-related element. In fact, over the last 30 years, on average, every year, 168 folks die due to heat. Flooding, 89, tornadoes, 71, and of course, lightning comes in with about 36 fatalities a year across the country. We do have big time heat over the next week or so, and there is relief in sight. I'll have that for you. Have not reached the century mark in Oklahoma City or northern, eastern Oklahoma. This is the number of days this year above 100. You notice in the southwest, we've had 3 to 4 to 5 days above 100 degrees. The heat index has climbed above 100 statewide, and today the heat index is going to be a big factor, but you notice dew points in the 50s and 60s. That's down here in the humid category. We can handle that. Southern Oklahoma, though, ridiculous category, and that's where the extreme and dangerous heat will be today. Heat index values 100 to 110. Now, advisories are out for all of Texas, over to the deep south, back over into the southwest, and those advisories will spread across Oklahoma over the coming days. Most of us today will be in the 80s and 90s. We had a few thunderstorms this morning out in Broken Bow and down near Idabel. Those are moving out. 76 degrees on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. We're going to have sunshine later today. We'll have some cloud cover around this morning. 68 in Stillwater, 63 in Woodward. It is 70 degrees in Clinton, and then mid-upper 70s and low 80s down to the south. We've got a light northeast wind. There'll be more of an easterly breeze today. Lower mid-90s for highs, but upper 90s south of I-40 with heat index values. Here's a look at the heat index at about 3 o'clock. Lower mid-90s. We can handle that. Okay, you get down south and it is much, much hotter and just brutal down around the Red River. There is a chance for rain and storms, and some data suggests a few try to billow up overnight into tomorrow morning. 20% chance for the metro and the northeast. Also a chance out in western Oklahoma, but that is also only a 20% chance. We'll monitor that and stay tuned today. We'll kind of fine tune those zones with how these storm systems are playing out. Highs today will climb into the mid 80s and low 90s. We look dry during the daylight hours. Now, storm chances again tomorrow night, because we'll be on the north side of the ridge. This is the heat dome, and the jet stream winds blow clockwise around that, directly under the heat dome. No rain chances and extreme heat. We're kind of on the fringe across portions of Oklahoma, but this pattern breaks down. That ridge starts to go away, and a storm system comes in late Friday into Saturday. That'll bring us storm chances Saturday night into Sunday, and off and on into the start of next week. And when you introduce clouds and rain, the heat dome's no longer a factor. It does allow those temps to come back on down, and actually a couple days they'll be below normal into next week, including the 4th of July. Lows tonight down into the 70s. There is that chance for a few showers and storms tonight. Tomorrow, lower mid-upper 90s. 100 to 108 in southwestern Oklahoma tomorrow, with that chance for storms going up tomorrow afternoon and spreading across northern Oklahoma tomorrow night. It's a 40% chance. It's not locked in, but a complex will try to form and may produce some large hail and damaging winds. So we'll have trackers out if those storms do flare up. Wednesday back to 100 up to 101 in OKC. 100 Thursday. Temps start to come down into the weekend and into the start of next week as rain and storms come back to the forecast. Back to you guys.